Playing on my phone one night, researching for my next rabbit hole of information I'll probably never use, I heard the quiet scuffling of a mouse in the corner of my room. I'll deal with it tomorrow. As I lay in bed, continuing my research and owning a pet fox, the shuffling continued. My hearing isn't the best in my right ear, so I laid my left on the pillow. Normally, that would stop any sort of sounds from bothering me, such as my dog licking himself at 3 in the morning. But the scuffling continued, seemingly getting closer. This continued all of last night until falling asleep, when it sounded as if the mouse was scuffling inside of my very soul. I'm not sure what time it was, but there was light peeking through the shades when I finally fell asleep from exhaustion. My dreams were no less weird, filled with dreams of a mouse following me everywhere I went, sometimes asking me for food in a very high-pitched voice. Not quite aggressive, not quite friendly. As I awoke, I wasn't sure what to make of it. What a weird night. I decided to go to the kitchen and make some eggs and bacon. Nothing better for a weird night than the classic breakfast. With toast, of course. I'm not a savage. As I go to get my pans ready to cook, I notice two things. The first, I need to clean. My house is a disaster. There's dishes everywhere. The second, there are an eerie set of eyes hiding in my cupboard. I grab the pan and decide to also forget about those eyes. I did just wake up. As I'm cooking, I begin to hear the same scuffling that kept me up last night. Now is my moment, my time for revenge. I couldn't find Easy Mouse Killer Spray 2000 in my cabinets, so I grabbed the Wasp and Hornet Killer Spray because that seemed like the next best thing. I decided to grab another pan because honestly, mice are scary and they've been around for a while. They know how to fight. I needed this shield. As I approached the cabinet I heard the scuffling coming from, I also hear much quieter, more agonized squeaks coming from the same area. I slowly moved towards and opened the cabinet door to not quite a mouse on the other side. Don't get me wrong, there was definitely a mouse. A mouse being absolutely devoured by what I could only classify as an alpha mouse. Jerry on steroids, blood red eyes. It had a thirst for death and blood. The moment Alpha Mouse noticed he had a visitor, his head snapped on a swivel, instantaneously locking me into a stare with those big, red, beady eyes, ready to strike me down. I had enough. I turned around and ran. And I kept running, all the way to my friend's house. We'll call him Derek. I immediately told Derek what was going on. I definitely was going a little too fast because I just saw his eyes getting bigger and bigger. And bigger and bigger and red and beady. This wasn't Derek. But if this wasn't Derek, then why does it look like Derek, sound like Derek, talk like Derek? It was just a mouse. Or so I had thought. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to this narration. I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of my patrons who are subscribed over at my Patreon. We have a great big thank you from me to you, Alonzo, Kozak, Icy Narrates, Jesse Hartley, Andreas Anderson London, and Geek Sanctuary. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. If you would like to support too, just check out the links in my description. And thank you again for listening. I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.